Okay, so this question comes from Marcus Floyd on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on TikTok at Notorious Nerdy D. He asks, Notorious, I know you're not a huge fan of AEW, but is Kristen Cage reason enough to get you to start watching AEW on a full-time basis?
So I saw this question. I sent it to you. Mm-hmm. And so I did my research. I go, I've now had 5 or 6 people hit me up and go, have you seen what Christian's doing on AEW? Mm-hmm. And I want to reiterate, I'm not a fan of AEW. I talk a lot of shit about it, but you get limited time in life. You have limited time with your family, limited time with your friends, your business, your hobbies. So I only dedicate enough time to WWE because that's the wrestling that I enjoy the most. So I'm going to put that's fucking Mondays, that's Fridays, and that's some either Saturdays or Sundays. That's it. 3 days a week is all I can dedicate to wrestling. I can't go NXT on Tuesday, fucking AEW on Wednesday. I'm not doing 7 days a week of this shit. But just a little history. Christian is possibly he's top 5 my favorite wrestlers of all time. CM Punk was in there. Christian's in there, which is funny. I hate on CM Punk, but he is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But Christian's definitely in there. I fucking play his theme song all the time. Everything about Christian, the peeps, the fucking entrance. I when he was world heavyweight champion, that's when I bought my belt. So everything about Christian, I love Christian. And so out of nowhere, he's back and he's making a splash in AEW again. So earlier today, because of this question, I went back and I watched the last 5 episodes of AEW Dynamite, not the entire episodes. Slow down. Just the Christian parts. Mm-hmm. I just fast forwarded to Christian, watched him. He's fucking amazing. He's good at what he does. And this, I concede 100%. The bad guy work, it's what AEW does better than WWE. They let bad guys be bad guys. But I also get that WWE's playing to a different crowd and bad guys can't be this bad. But all the talk about Jungle Boy's dad being dead and wanting to he tells Jungle Boy's mom, hey, call me. Shit like that's funny. It's
Perry.
Yeah. The new Luchasaurus character is really fucking cool too. He's kind of like a demon dinosaur, right? Now, hold the phone here, AEW people, IWC. You guys talk shit about WWE all the time about these over-the-top characters. Y'all got demon dinosaur now. You gotta fucking you're gonna have to fucking admit that these characters are what get over. Luchasaurus, very Kane-esque. And I don't say that as a knock, all of wrestling is recycled, but the new Luchasaurus feels a lot like Kane to me. But all of this, having said all of that, the Christian Cage, the Luchasaurus, that none of that is enough to draw me in to dedicate a whole nother day of the week to watching AEW, because AEW to me is still this weird illusion that they try to put on. It's an illusion they're trying to put on. And I say that because I watch it and I got lost in it a little bit, and then I snapped out and I go, how big is Luchasaurus? He's got to be 6'9", 6'10". He's huge. He's a monster.
I'm going to guess 6'3".
He's 6'5", which is still big. I'm 6'3", so he's 2 inches taller than me.
Not almost big.
He's 6'5", 275 pounds, right? But for context, in WWE, Randy Orton is 6'5".
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
I think Randy Orton's like average size in WWE.
Exactly. So Randy Orton is billed as 6'5", 250 pounds. So they bill Luchasaurus as a monster, but he's 6'5", 275. Now he's a big boy. He's big boy, but he's just kind of a big guy. Mm-hmm. He's not a monster. The way that the announcers lay into it, but it feeds the illusion of if you just get a bunch of 5'10" wrestlers in the ring, Luchasaurus looks like a fucking monster, right?
Yeah.
So now he's on a warpath, right? Luchasaurus is on a warpath against Jungle Boy, who is 5'10", 167 pounds. What warpath are you on, brother? You're gonna murder this man. This man is dead if he comes into contact with you. This man used to ride on your shoulders.
That's true.
And now you're about to beat him up? Uh-huh. So the first match that they had this new demon Luchasaurus go against was Serpentico or Serpentaco. Some serpent something.
Is that the guy with
He's
the
5'6".
mask?
He has a mask. I don't know who he is. He's 5'6". So he goes in there and he squashes this guy. But I'm once again, are we finding the smallest wrestlers in the world to go against Luchasaurus? It's this illusion. It's like a magic show, right? How do you make
Yeah.
someone look bigger? You just put him with a bunch of smaller guys. So I can't get lost in this, no matter how good Christian Cage is, and he's been fucking good. Like, once again, it's so good that Tony Khan will probably fucking take him off TV like he did MJF, because he's robbing us of our fucking MJF moments here.
That's bullshit.
I understand why certain people like AEW. I really do. And it does feel like the kind of ECW of our time, in the fact that, like, yeah, they say a lot of fucked up things, right? They talk about people's parents dying and shit like that, but it's just not for me. I grew up a Division I athlete, so for me, size in sports is extremely important. I understand. I grew up with a bunch of guys who were 5'6" and 5'7" playing basketball. And then you got to the next level, right? You got to Division I, and there were no more of those guys because size is important. And I get, right? This is pro wrestling. But it's still supposed to be a belief that these are gladiators. These guys are larger than Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar picks up Otis and puts him through a table, our fucking jaws drop, because we go, that's not possible. I didn't think that was going to happen. When Adam Cole fights against Jungle Boy, it's just two little guys fucking slapping each other. And that's great. There's talent in that. But, like, stop trying to sell me on the idea that these are the best athletes in the world. They're not. And now the fucking IWC's pissed at me again for doing this.
Get ready.
Last question.